Today on the channel, another rabbit hole has been opened with Batman, Evil Batman, Hal Jordan's Green Lantern, DC, McFarlane Toys, Super Friends.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another McFarlane toy line, making Todd from the couch extra happy. And today we're diving in for the first time, probably not the last time, well, I know it's not the last time, with the DC McFarlane Toys Super Friends. But for all your McFarlane toy needs, all your DC needs, all your Super Friends needs, make sure you're hitting up Jay's Toys and Games. Use discount code KYLE, save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. These are available at jaystoysandgames.com as we speak, or as I film this, I guess I should say. And I did pick these up over at Jay's Toys and Games where I said I wasn't going to do it, but man, I'm so weak. Todd wiggles a toe or two and I'm just transfixed. I'm just hypnotized, and I am diving down this Super Friends rabbit hole. Now, Todd, I'm giving you the challenge, brother. I'm going to tell you right now, you better finish this line. You got about a year and a half to go. This line better get everybody released. I think you're going to be cooking and turning and burning pretty quick on these, and you're going to need to. You got a year and a half, but I want all the key players from the Super Friends. I want them in action figure form. I want one shelf in my collection with just these. That's what I want. Now, I wanted the Kenner Superpowers McFarlane figures. You went off the beaten path. You lost direction, and you lost me, and it was so hard to say goodbye. Hopefully, we don't have this, and people are already predicting coming to a future so hard to say goodbye is this line. Could happen. It very well could happen, but it's up to Todd McFarlane from the couch to make sure that does not happen. So we'll see where it goes in the future. The future. What is time? You never do know. But we do know how this review is going to go. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. I just hope this works out, that we get everybody from Super Friends. I can call it a day at the end. Now, one little asterisk here is we're still up in the air. Exactly what is Todd going to do for DC going forward? Now, Todd, you whispered in my ear the other day when we were snuggled up on the couch. You said, Kyle, I want you to let you know I'm going to be doing DC statues in the future, just like the Marvel ones, apparently. That's what you whispered. I don't know. Fact check it if you want. But I have a feeling we'll see some of those in the future. We could see some other stuff, as it's all about the different scales and different sizing of stuff. Maybe, let's just say, Todd gets to keep this kind of figure. You know, the less articulated, more Batman 66 style these are kind of based off of. Maybe Todd keeps this for DC. Maybe he keeps the statues. And then Mattel does like the kid toys, and they do the regular McFarlane type figures for Mattel. Maybe that's the case. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what ends up happening out. But it'd be pretty cool if Todd got to keep this scale along the way. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, let's dive into them. Let's start off with Batman, of course. We got 6 figures in this first set. We will do a separate video, and that'll probably be on Kyle Peterson 2.0. Maybe I'll split these two up, have one on one channel, one on the other channel. Either way, you'll find it as long as you're subscribed and following me, of course. But here is Batman, one of the OGs, and of course, you got to have Robin. We better get Robin in the next wave. But classic Batman here. I cut my teeth on superheroes with, of course, Batman 66, but as well as the Super Friends. So I'm pretty excited about this line. We're going to see where it nets out. Very colorful packaging on these Super Friends up there. And you got a lot of Super Friends. It's almost like a checklist, basically, you could say on this one. You do get some accessories. You do get Batman in there. On the back, no cross-sell, but kind of is a cross-sell at the same time. You have to think, if Todd's showing us all these guys, and gals, of course, that we're going to get all these. So that's what I'm saying. I'm holding you guys to it at McFarlane Toys, that we're going to get all these guys. This is a checklist. So we'll see what ends up happening. Jibber jabber, UPC at the bottom. Nothing really going on here. But without further ado, we're going to get old Batman out of the package. And we might even do a bat dance along the way. Who knows? And there is a card with this one. Wasn't expecting to see a card, but I'm here for it. And on the back of the card, guess what? There is a checklist. It's got the Riddler, Sinestro, Lex Luthor, Batman, Green Lantern on the back here. Series 1, collect them all. So cool to get a card, of course, for you card guys and you card gals out there. But let's get Batman out of the package here. See you later. Goodbye, Batman. And we get the old plastic prison. Looks like we got the Bat Communicator as well as a big Batarang. That is a big Batarang. And of course, we got some of the stickiest tape known to man. Of course, straight up Cambodian tape. I know it when I see it. I can tell by the stickiness on it. Straight out of Cambodia. Some of the stickiest tape because it is made from the remains of cannibals. Or what the cannibals don't want to eat, of course. Which I heard is a lot of toes. It's very ironic, as we know with Todd McFarlane on the couch. And then Todd keeping us in business with the twist ties as well. Got to have those ready to go. And of course, we're saving those for the big contest at the end of the year. Oh man, beware of that contest. Could be a game changer. We'll see. Well, let's get Batman out of the package. See you later. Goodbye. And we do get the big Batarang here. This is wild. This is the thickest, longest Batarang I've ever seen. I don't know. It's almost like a baseball bat, but it is all in blue. Does look good for what it is. It is a Batarang. And then we do get the communicator right here. Most likely these accessories going straight into a baggie for me, but we'll see what happens. He just got the Batarang here, and he does got the communicator. Is what it is. Kind of throwaway accessories, to be honest. But now we got Batman here. And honestly, just feels like a Batman 66 figure. Obviously, they're using a lot of that kind of same stuff. Obviously, you gotta get the most out of your molds. We know how it goes by now. So we do got a lot of reuse. So this one, pretty easy to make. The big difference here is, of course, the head on this one. Get the very Super Friends face on Batman, the white eyes, those beautiful white teeth. Obviously, Bruce Wayne, a multi-millionaire. Of course, he's gonna take care of his teeth. Could even got some veneers in here for all we do know. But it does look good. You got the bat ears at the top looking good. The blue and black attack. Love the look of this one. This is what I think of with Batman, as you guys know as well. Looking very good. Bat logo on the chest, of course. You got the gray shirt, the gray pants, the blue tighty whities, the blue forearms, the blue gloves. Got a Fist of Fury, a gripping hand over here. And you do get, of course, the bat boots down here in blue as well. Looking very, very good, except for these unsightly pinless joints, or pinned joints. I'm just dreaming pinless, but pinned joints on this one here. But it is Batman, there's no doubt. And he also fits on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Of course, got a beautiful cape here. Almost like a piece of paper, though. Not the best quality ever, but it is a nice soft goods cape. Do prefer that for sure. Looks very nice. This is what you think of. If you knew Super Friends, you watched Super Friends back in the day, you watch it now. This is the Batman from Super Friends. I'm here for that, no doubt about it. Gotta think we're gonna get a Batmobile in the future. There's no doubt there. We'll wait for that in the future. But let's dive into this one right here. This is the Platinum Edition. Of course, we've seen McFarlane Platinum Editions in all their lines. A little bit off the beaten path, a little harder, a little bit more limited run, but it makes sense for the evil Batman here. And it is a very easy repaint, but you wouldn't want to make, if you're a supplier, you're a toy maker, you're not going to make as many of this as this. Because the average Joe, guess what? They want regular Batman. They don't want orange Batman. They just don't. But it is a cool one as a chase variant here. Gets us some deep cuts in the collection. Looking good, same packaging across the board, same packaging on the back. You guys know the drill, but it is a Chase Platinum, so be on the lookout for that if you're out in your stores, or you go to Jay's Toys and Games, of course. Make it easy on yourself. Pick that one up. Get the identical card here. Don't need to go through that again. See you later. Goodbye. And of course, once again, the old Cambodian tape. It rides again. Those cannibals of Cambodia. Shout out to the Cambodian people. Just don't eat my friends. Don't eat my friends. That's what we're going to say. Got that going on. And then, of course, got the twist tie. Got to get that out. We're ready to go with the old evil Batman. Oh, nothing worse than when Batman turns evil, as we do now. See you later up high. Goodbye. Get the same accessories. This time the Batarang in a more maroon color here. So a little bit of differences. I do appreciate that. Same communicator, as you can imagine. But now we got Batman again. This time in the very bright red. I guess I was looking orange, but boy, in hand, very, very bright. You got the red eyes, same head, same body, same everything, same cape. The cape, of course, red this time. Everything a little bit more red. So it is the exact same figure, though. There's really no differences outside of the colors. Makes sense, so that's the way these usually end up going. But I will walk through the articulation. I'm only going to do it once because all these guys have the exact same articulation, but the arms go all the way around for us right there. We do get a single jointed elbow, side to side, hands back and forth, side to side. Forearms around as well, so we get movement there. Head back and forth, no up and down there. A little bit of waist up top. Of course, you get the big leg up for the big boot there. You do get the single jointed knees, and that is it. That is all the articulation we're going to get. Got a little bit of greasiness to this Batman. I don't know what this is, Todd McFarlane. It's your grease? You supplied the grease for this? How do you make grease? That's a story for another day, I would say. I don't think I need to know that right now. But looking good here, and once again, he'll fit on a McFarlane stand. A McFarlane stand? How about a Mattel stand? But he'd probably fit on a McFarlane stand too. But he does fit on the Mattel stand for those keeping track at home. Evil Batman. You know he's evil. He's red. He's red. You know he's evil. But now diving over to another favorite of mine. Of course, I love playing with my superpowers, reenacting Super Friends, and a wrestling match or two along the way. But Hal Jordan Green Lantern, one of my absolute favorites when I was a kid. Got those Oakland A's green colors every once in a while. You know I'm here for that. We got Hal Jordan looking only like a Hal Jordan could look in the Super Friends line. Packaging the same, back of the packaging the same. So really making it easy, saving the money. I know, Todd, you're saving the money. I get it. We're going to pull this out of the package, and we do got, of course, the card. On the back, Batman, Lex Luthor, Green Lantern, Riddler, Sinestro. Same card on the back. Obviously, the front's different. We're going to unbox the other three in a separate video once again, so stay tuned for that. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to Green Lantern business right here. Got him in the plastic prison, ready to go, and he's locked down with even more twist ties for some reason. I don't know if they just don't trust Green Lantern. They think he's going to escape. Is he going to escape somewhere? He's got plenty of twist ties, that's for sure. And then we got the Cambodian tape once again. He comes with a baseball bat. That's the beauty, of course, being a lantern. You know, I need a baseball bat, I'm going to make one. You know, I want a turkey sandwich, I'm going to make one. I guess you could do that kind of stuff if you are the Green Lantern, if you are Hal Jordan. One more twist tie, and we're off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Now, we do get the communicator once again. I guess everybody's going to come with these communicators. Makes sense. Get the most out of your molds. You put them with every single one. I guess so. But we do get this baseball bat here. Did we see this in that line, in the Batman 66 line? Why do I feel like we saw a baseball bat? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just dreaming. But it would, or should, I should say, fit in his hand. But I'm going to have to heat this up because he's got those extremely tight grip on his hand. But it will fit in here. I guess you manifest it with your ring and bam, I got a baseball bat. I'm going to take everybody on. I don't know. Better weapons out there, I will say. But you do get an all green baseball bat if that is your thing. But here's old Hal Jordan. Maybe a little bit disappointing compared to what I think of here. Obviously, it looks enough like Hal Jordan to know, but it feels like it needs to be dialed in just a little bit more. Could be a personal opinion, I don't know. But his head does look like a stack of mashed potatoes, kind of, with hair on it and a little Lone Ranger mask, maybe. 2 eyes, 2 ears, nose and mouth, playing those human hits. Does got the mouth closed there. Interesting look, but that is the brown hair. Maybe a little bit longer what I think of, maybe. He does got the curl in the front, though. I do think of that. So, not terrible, just not my favorite one. I think the Batman head sculpt looks a little bit better. Maybe that's because of the mask. I'm not exactly sure. Got the Lantern logo on the chest, always looking good. And you got the green and black attack. Got the white gloves, the white forearms, of course, and the green boots down here. Articulation identical to the other two. We don't need to walk through that once again. But you do get the Lantern, of course, ring there. You got to have that. Would be real disappointing if that wasn't included in this. But man, oh man, I remember my Super Friends, Kenner Superpower figures back in the day. Green Lantern was always the leader of them for me. A lot of people would, of course, go to Superman, and Superman have to think probably Wave 2. Maybe you get Wonder Woman along the way. You got to think of Penguins around the corner. We'll get reused from Batman 66. A lot of fun Super Friends to come. Maybe give us a Dr. Fate or a Red Tornado, that could be in there. We'll see what ends up happening. But I always enjoyed Green Lantern a lot. He was a childhood favorite of mine. Always liked him. Flash, another cool one from the Super Friends line. Flash, not my favorite character, but I loved his toy back then. I could list for days on some of these. But this one is fun for what it is. Not the perfect Lantern, but will do for this shelf. There's no doubt. An interesting looking set so far with the first three. And like I said, we got 3 more to unbox on the channel. Stay tuned to that. If I can get him, his hole's just not quite deep enough. Might have to work on his hole game there, Hal Jordan. Maybe use his ring and make his hole a little bit bigger. Maybe. Who knows? But there it is. Evil Batman, Batman, and Hal Jordan's Green Lantern. Be very interested to see how this line develops and where it goes from here. I'm excited for it. I've wanted Super Friends forever. I've taken that leap. I've taken that step. Don't make it be that's so hard to say goodbye. That's what I'm telling you, Todd. From one friend from the couch to one friend at the table right here. That's what I'm saying. But what about you guys and gals out there? Are you in for this Super Friends line? Are you picking these ones up? Be very interested to hear your thoughts on these. So let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. Don't forget my Patreon and YouTube channel memberships if you want to support the channel. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow @gmail.com. My brand new podcast. Me and my wife breaking it down every single Tuesday wherever audio podcasts are found. And of course, video cast here on YouTube. We're talking everything under the sun, including action figures. Be there or be square, as some may say. And of course, my new book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks ECW line. Jakks, How about original San Francisco toy makers? Hard habit to break, of course, Jakks. I'm just a classics guy at the end of the day. You know how it goes. Available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, hardcover or softcover, or hit me up for an autographed copy if that is your thing. So for Super Friends, round 1, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.